Ooh, yeah.
We need some help in our
Alright, let's do that. Hello everyone, this is Daily Dose of Ivan Joe. Actually not that. But it's message for anxiety. Da da da. Alright, so I'm here with Mason Keys and we're gonna talk about anxiety.
So, I could talk about it all day, but to put it shortly and simply and to make it frank, there's a certain amount of attention that should be addressed and given to it, and to have the acknowledgement and awareness to talk about it with people, and to talk about it in general to people to inform, that is important, but also not to give it too much power and allow it to consume your life and to consume who you are as a person, and to give it more power than you give yourself is something that should definitely be avoided. I don't know if you wanted to ask some questions and we sort of go back and forth, or...
Yeah, I'll go top of my head. What do you do? What help can you do for yourself?
Short term, a lot of the things, if you've been in any kind of therapy at all whatsoever, so talking about it is the first thing they teach you. There's also other coping skills such as drawing, doing art, going for a walk, going swimming, doing things you like, hanging out with your family. There's endless amounts of things that you can do. Me personally, I like to draw, and the least healthy coping skill I have is sleeping. So that's something I do. Do you ever have issues?
Me? I did have anxiety issues. That was only when I was around girls. I was just like shake and just be like nervous. I'm like, that sucks.
And see, that's where a lot of the time people confuse anxiety with being nervous. So like, I'm sure to a degree it would have been anxiety, but also certain things like that are normal to feel hesitation to act on. Mm-hmm. I feel. Again, this is from personal experience, but...
That's not anxiety?
No. I'm not positive what your experience was, but I think now that you've been able to overcome that, it's a rational fear, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So there's a lot of people afraid of that, but with anxiety, it's fear of things that don't necessarily make any sense, or chronic worrying about things that may make sense, but it's not necessary to that degree.
So let me tell you, you said I overcame it, and you said it's not really possible. It would be anxiety. That I do get that. It's probably just nervousness because nervous around girls. It's basically
that's normal, man.
Right?
I mean, me too.
But is anxiety overcomable?
Yeah, of course, man. See, it's all about the mindset. It's about being optimistic, and people will say that you will live with anxiety for the rest of your life. And to a degree that is true because it can be part of your genetic makeup, the way your brain works. But it's something that can be overcome and put so back far in your mind that it doesn't affect the way you live your life.
So some people use pills and drugs, and what's your opinion on that?
See,
like there's pills for that, and then there's also not pills for that, just the how do you say, the green way to go.
Yeah, so people either take like psychotropic medications, or they turn to drugs, or they just sort of ride it out.
What's your opinion on that?
My opinion, I think, so there's a great saying. I don't personally do a lot of meditating, but the saying that I look at is meditate, not medicate. So, well,
Like the song. Meditate. Medicate.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly like the song.
Not copyrighted.
Not copyrighted. TM. TM.
Don't
Anyway,
sue us. Please don't sue us.
please.
Don't.
We don't even make that much money over here.
I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. I don't even have enough live watch time to have get paid for this. So anyways, but that's besides the point.
Okay, so opinion on medication. So I think to a degree, again, like medically, people have problems with the way their brain works. So I think that psychotropic drugs are necessary to a degree, maybe for a limited amount of time. But in the long run, it takes a certain amount of willpower and strength as a human being to be able to overcome such a thing naturally.
Yeah, like I've met a couple people, just that smoke weed because they have anxiety, but it doesn't really like cure it. Like I see them, if they don't have it, then they're gonna be like, I have anxiety, I have anxiety.
And the thing is, it's avoidant. So when people do stuff like that, every time they feel it, they're not dealing with the core issue there, and it'll just go on and keep getting worse.
Yeah, it's like basically if your car has all these signs and lights just flashing off, and you just put like fucking sticky note, just
Or it's like,
no problem.
or it's like you just turn up the music all the way so you don't pay attention to the weird noises your car is making.
Yeah.
Every time it gets a louder noise, you just turn the music up.
But yeah, my opinion on the the drugs that for anxiety, I don't like it. It's like I met a lot of people, like most of my friends, have been taking those pills for anxiety, and it's just like it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It makes it worse. It's like, you're giving drugs that cause these symptoms that are like, it's called have side effects. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you will think about suicide. Nice to give that to a person with anxiety, which doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Just give this drug. It will make you think of suicide, but here you go.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like with well intent to like try to help people, but a lot of the time it doesn't. And it's like a experimentational kind of thing.
Do you think it works? The pills?
I think, again, it takes a long time, and it's kind of like they guinea pig you with certain things to like try this, and it can be almost more painful in the process of finding the right thing. But given enough time, they are able to find what helps you, I think.
Yeah.
And it's made so in the long run you don't need it, like as a like lifelong thing or whatever.
Yeah, man, I've seen those people. They say they're alright, and the next thing you know, they're not being alright.
Yeah, man, it's a vicious cycle.
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, I don't really think that's really the main thing you should like be doing to like get the anxiety out. There's other stuff there, but not really. What do you suggest?
What do I suggest?
To like overcome anxiety.
Overcome being drug free. Sounds kind of cheesy. Sounds kind of
Fight drugs.
But being drug free is a really important part of living a fulfilling life, and also to live a life that forces you to handle the problems given to you. So to avoid using drugs to avoid your problems is ultimately a way to deal with that pain in a more short-term sense for long-term happiness, as opposed to long-term numbing the problem for long-term unhappiness, if that makes any sense.
Sure, it will like kind of hide the anxiety, but not sure if it will like take care of it.
And you've said that you know people who without it they just shake or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's understandable for people who suffer. It's understandable to do drugs, but it takes a really bold and courageous person to be like, you know what, I'm gonna handle it and I'm gonna ride it out. I'm gonna see where it takes me. I'm gonna deal with that pain. And after a long enough time, it seems like it'll never get better, but after a long enough time, it does. And it's empowering to know that you can deal with it.
The one thing, you know, I'm gonna be the first to admit, I don't like when people talk about it. Well, not like that. Just like freaking just go on a rant and like, I have anxiety. I hate people. You know, I want somebody's help. I want somebody's help. Please help me. But you know, when you go reach out to them, they're like, I don't need help.
Doesn't make any sense, right?
Doesn't make sense, but like, you know, or either they say, I don't want your help, or they just don't fucking answer, you know.
Yeah. No, see, that's the thing. That's what gives it a bad name. So, yeah, a bad reputation of the claim of having anxiety in general. So there's certain words, like when people say triggered as a joke, it completely invalidates and decredits the people who actually have trigger words, and they have problems that they deal with that are way more extreme than any lay person can understand. And so people who complain all the time about their anxiety and they say, oh, I really need you to help me, they are not wanting to be strong enough to give themselves the power to do anything about it. They just want to complain, and that's their way of coping. And you see it because they don't want the help. To a degree, they enjoy being unhappy because it gives them a reason to reach out to people and to talk to people like you who listen and understand. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But if you have anxiety, just, you know, try to overcome it. I know it's easier said than done, but honestly, you're watching this, you can do it.
You are enough.
No, you're not enough.
No.
You're more than enough.
You're more than enough.
You're more than enough. You're yourself. And that's what makes yourself great. You know, you are different. I'm different. Mason's different. What are you doing? Are you zooming in on my face? Mason is different. I'm different. You're different. There's something special in you. People love you. And you gotta understand that maybe some people don't. Maybe some people do. And they don't really matter right now. But then again, they're gonna have your back in the end of the day. I have Mason's back. He is my family. He knows he can reach out to me whenever, you know. I don't care. I'll make time. You know, I work early in the mornings, but you know, I still stay late with Mason because, you know, sometimes you gotta be there for people. And I want to be there for each and every one of you guys. You know, just whether to make you smile or whether to make you feel good. Because honestly, it sucks, anxiety. I know it firsthand. I have a lot of friends of that anxiety. Yeah, most of my friends are anxiety people, you know. Yeah, like my friend Mario. Tyree? I'm not sure if he does, but maybe he does. Yasmin, Mason, you know, basically the whole i.ortiz squad has anxiety. but me. But I'm there, as always, with a smile on my face. I know I've not been there for most of them, because, you know, spending here with Mason right now. And we're cooking up some fresh videos for you guys to put a smile on your face, just to get you through this.
Yep.
Because honestly, anxiety is bad. But honestly, you can overcome it if you believe in yourself. And I'm not saying it to be cheesy. I'm saying it because you can do it. Oh man. You didn't stop the video. Still did. It's right there.
There's a very gentle balance in between crippling anxiety and something that should be written off as nothing. We do need the microphone.
Wait, sorry.
Good, man. I have to think about what I'm going to say anyway.
That was a blooper.
Blooper.
Backtrack. 1 minute, 34 seconds.
1 minute, 37 seconds.